The year was 1912, a time when the world was on the cusp of great change, yet many small towns in America remained untouched by the rapid pace of modernization. Villisca, Iowa, was a quintessential Midwestern town, a place where the simplicity of rural life was cherished and the community was tightly knit. Here, life moved at a slower, more predictable pace, with each day blending seamlessly into the next, creating a sense of security and stability. Neighbors knew each other well, often sharing stories over fences, and children played freely in the streets, their laughter echoing through the town. The rhythm of daily life was comforting in its familiarity, with routines that brought a sense of order and peace to the residents. But on a hot summer night in June, this peaceful existence was shattered, forever changing Villisca's history. The air was thick with the promise of a storm, but no one could have predicted the tempest that was about to descend upon them. The Moore family, well known and loved in the community, was brutally murdered in their home, a place that had always been a sanctuary. The weapon of choice, an axe, left resting at the crime scene, a silent witness to the horror that had unfolded. To this day, the crime remains unsolved, a chilling reminder that darkness can descend even in the most unexpected of places, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and broken hearts. The shadows that fell upon Villisca that night have never fully lifted, casting a long, dark pall over the town's history. The Villisca Axe murders, as they came to be known, sent shockwaves through the community and beyond, shaking the very foundations of what people believed about safety and trust. It was a crime so horrific, so inexplicable, that it continues to fascinate and haunt us over a century later. The story of the Moore family and the mystery of their deaths have become a part of Villisca's identity, a dark chapter that refuses to close. Josiah Moore, a successful businessman, was a pillar of the Villisca community. He was known for his dedication to his work and his unwavering commitment to the town's growth and prosperity. His business acumen and leadership made him a respected figure among the townspeople. His wife Sarah was known for her kindness and warm hospitality. She was the heart of their home, always ready to lend a helping hand or offer a comforting word. Sarah's gentle nature and generosity made her beloved by all who knew her. Together, they were raising 6 children: Herman, Catherine, Boyd, Paul, and the youngest, Ina and Lena. The Moore family was a picture of happiness and unity, their home filled with the sounds of laughter and the bustle of daily life. The Moore children were popular and well-liked, active members of their church's youth group. They participated in various community activities, always eager to help and engage with their peers. Their involvement in the church and community made them well-known and cherished by everyone. That fateful night, the Moore children had invited 2 young guests, Ina and Lena Stillinger, to spend the night. The Stillinger sisters were close friends of the Moore children, and sleepovers were a common and joyous occasion for them. It was a common occurrence. The Moore home was often filled with the laughter and chatter of children, a testament to the family's welcoming nature and the strong bonds they shared with their friends and neighbors. The Moore home was a place of warmth and laughter, a gathering place for the community's children. It stood as a symbol of the close-knit and supportive community that Villisca was known for. No one could have imagined that this innocent sleepover would end in unimaginable tragedy. The events of that night would forever change the fabric of the community, leaving a lasting impact on all who knew the Moore family and their guests. The evening of June 9th began like any other. The Moore family attended Children's Day services at the Presbyterian Church, where Sarah Moore taught Sunday school. They returned home, had supper, and settled into their evening routines. What happened next remains a mystery. The following morning, Mary Peckham, a concerned neighbor, noticed the Moore house was unusually quiet. The cows hadn't been milked and there was no sign of life. With growing unease, she knocked on the door. When there was no answer, she retrieved a spare key and stepped inside. What she discovered would forever haunt her dreams. The house was eerily still, shrouded in an unsettling silence that seemed to echo through the empty rooms. Mary Peckham made her way through the downstairs rooms, a sense of dread growing with each step. The creaking floorboards beneath her feet seemed to whisper secrets of the past, adding to her unease. Then she pushed open the door to the guest bedroom and gasped. The sight before her was more horrifying than she could have ever imagined. The 2 Stillinger girls lay murdered in their beds, their young lives extinguished. Panic surged through Mary as she took in the tragic scene. The room, once a place of rest, was now a silent witness to a brutal crime. She fled the house and ran for help, her heart pounding in her chest. The quiet town was about to be shaken to its core. The town marshal arrived to find a scene of unimaginable brutality. The air was thick with the weight of the tragedy that had unfolded within those walls. All 8 victims had been bludgeoned to death in their sleep. The peaceful facade of the house now hid a dark and gruesome reality. The murder weapon, an axe belonging to Josiah Moore, was found leaning against the wall of the main downstairs bedroom. It stood as a grim reminder of the violence that had shattered the night.